Welcome to the M.O.V.E. Show. Release your junk and move into your destiny with Dr. Michelle. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Barr, spiritual coach, counselor, and former crisis and trauma therapist. If you've ever felt like you might be the one standing between where you are and where you're meant to be, you're in the right place. Each week, I'll guide you with powerful teachings, tools, and techniques to help you clear, heal, and resolve what's keeping you stuck. This is your safe place to land and your next level upgrade. Let's release that junk and move. Make a decision, own it 100%, visualize it, and execute it. The M.O.V.E. Show starts now. I have worked for years on mindset, energy, strategy, and all the things for my business and my life, my money. I've worked with universal laws. I've always had powerful coaches and mentors and teachers. I've read the books. I've gone to the conferences and the retreats. This is what I live. I live it, then I learn it, I explore it, I discover it, and then I turn around and share it with you. And something I have learned is your destiny is a daily decision. I'm Dr. Michelle Barr with the M.O.V.E. Show, and today I'm going to talk to you about, we've looked at the big picture, we've looked at the whole M.O.V.E. formula, which you keep in your back pocket and you use it over and over again. You study the universal laws, then you really have to put them into practice and live them and receive the feedback from the universe and keep going. The more you can stay in the energy, engaged with the field, with your energy, because it's on 24/7. It doesn't come and go. And you're stepping in and out of it consciously, but you're still unconsciously creating. So now we're really getting to the heart of things where you start living this in the moment with your presence in the now, and you don't get sucked too far into the past, and you don't keep recharging and recreating the past as an emotion, as energy in motion that will go out and bring you more of that. And you don't reach too far in the future, and you learn not to reach into the future with scarcity, with lack, with longing, with wanting, with needing. You create that certainty, and and that's where that mantra I always share with you, spirit is always working in my favor. That's where that comes into play, because then I can believe and ask the powerful question, what is trying to happen here? I have learned that when energy is moving around, it's not just me, it's the whole world, it's my community, it's my family, it's clients, it's everyone that I am involved with and energetically aligned with and energetically entangled with, and all of these things. And I have to watch, and it's a tapestry being woven. So in that, sometimes I do my part, but all the pieces have to come together. And if you jump in too quickly and you start saying, oh, see, it's not going to work. It didn't work. Why did I spend that money? Why did I even try that? Maybe I hired the wrong person. Maybe I said the wrong thing. Maybe I didn't look good in my video. Whatever it is, the mind stuff that starts going, you've got to hold that energy, and now you're learning to live it every day and be in that energy and hold that energy. Here's a great example. Early on, my business started as a local healing center, and I was out in the area. I'm in the Dallas, Fort Worth area in Texas. and it was springing up everywhere, all kinds of exciting ways that we were working with universal law and the principles and intuition and healing and all of these things. And these manifesting circles were all the rave. And people were going to these manifesting circles. And I went to some and I led some, facilitated some. I was connected with a group. And it's not that they don't work. But here's what I saw up close and personal. People who would go to the manifesting circle, hold hands, sit in the energy. Yes, you can have this. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can be this. All of you and me too. And swim in that energy, and it would feel so good. And then they felt that the magic was something that happened outside of them. And if they could grasp it, it could be theirs, it could come to them. But then what would they do after just one or a few hours in that manifesting circle? Same with healing circles, development circles, all of this. They would go home back into their toxic patterns, their toxic environments, their toxic relationships, all the things that don't serve them, and it's stronger and it would pull them right back in. The universe does not respond to your words. The universe responds to your energy, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and the most charged and strongest energies win because you're impressing that energy on the field to create form. You recommit every day until this becomes a way of living and being instead of just things you do. I watch this over and over again, and with some of my closest friends and some of the clients I was working to help. And I can tell you, the magic is in you and you're controlling it. Your word, your energy is the wand. How do you build this new life? With conscious, consistent choices, even when fear, doubt, or past failures try to pull you back. That's just part of the journey. They will. People would get so into the magic of it that it then can cross over into magical thinking. And they would say, well, if we have these tools and we have these abilities and we learn to do this and it works, why can't I just manifest it all away? One, because then you can leave the planet. When you're here, it's because you have things to do. You have an impact to make. You're engaging with the energy and with source as a human being in a bodysuit. And you don't just wipe it all away. You're learning and you're growing. You can learn not to let past failures pull you back. You can learn to work with fear and doubt and all these other emotions that don't serve you, and they create for you and they manifest for you because you are a powerful creator. Have you ever felt like your next chapter was calling you? This happens to me all the time. It's why I wrote my last book, Loving What's Next. What you want can be yours now. I feel when that next chapter is calling me, and I do this all the time, is part of you still clinging to the old one. I use this a lot because it's a very visual image of that trapeze artist, and they have to let go of this bar to grasp this bar, and there's a moment, that space that's created, and then they grab the new bar and the energy shifts, but they will actually get hurt and they won't reach their next destination, their next chapter, if they're still holding on to this bar. You've got to start looking at what you're still clinging to that is no longer aligned, no longer a match, and no longer calling you. And one place I really see this hit is when it's people's bread and butter, when it's their money and they have to let go of that for the bigger money. And I've done it a lot of times now. And the first time it was Very terrifying. And it is scary because you let go of what was working. You let go of things of the lower nature to allow in things of the higher nature. I have a mentor that would always talk about that. You always have to let go of things of the lower nature to bring in things of the higher nature. If you've heard of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, you probably have it in your library a lot of times, or you've heard it, you've read it, or you didn't retain it, or you've been meaning to open it. If you read nothing else, read the powerful statement, because he basically says, I am going to bring 100% of everything inside of me. And here is what I will bring to the table. And here is what I will act upon. And here is what I will do. And then all manner of support rushes in to meet you. And it's not tit for tat. If I do this, you'll give me that. This is what you've really got to get. You show up, the ground you're standing on, the energy you have, and you hold that space and you call it in, and you've got to respond to what's calling to you and stay in the presence, in the moment, and stay in it. Are you waiting for the right time to make a move? The time to decide is now. It's always now. It's forever now. There is always one thing you can do right now, but it's either scary, it's big, it's illogical, it's inconvenient, it's uncomfortable, it's expensive. So you either don't want to do it. And a lot of times then people say, well, what's something else? Or they're looking 5 steps ahead. And this is one I did, and it kept me stuck for years. And when I finally had the breakthrough, everything came in that I had been wanting, feeling like it had eluded me for 4 years, because I was 5 steps ahead. And I said, I don't know what to do at that point. And that point scares me. But I hadn't done the one thing right in front of me yet. And this is played out over and over. So really think about it. So there's no need to know step 5 because you haven't done step 1. So you don't need to know step 5. So it's not available to you. And once you do step 1, 2, and 3, you start shifting energetically all the time. So step 5 could change, because depending on how you show up in the energy, something can come out of left field and just bring you everything you wanted so quickly and easily, it spins your head. I've had that happen too. Just focus on the one thing in front of you. Wherever there is a desire, a way has already been made. And there is always something you can do right now that sets things in motion for the next thing to come in. There's no right time later. And everybody that I see getting ready to get ready to get ready, and they've been working on it, but they haven't put it out in the world, or they haven't tried this yet. They're thinking about it. Even when they say, oh, I made a decision, I'm doing this. A decision has not been made until an action has been taken. What if your next level life is one decision away? Mine was right there. And I sat on it for 4 years. And then when I finally figured it out, it was so swift and so magnificent. What if your next level life is one decision away, and that decision must be made every single day? And then your decisions must be backed up with inspired, aligned action. I just cannot say it enough, even if you all get sick of me. I am all about taking inspired, aligned action. When people ask me early on, why do you do this work? What keeps you up at night? Here's what keeps me up at night. Too many people never take any action toward what they say they want most, and then they wonder why they don't have it. And they see other people having it, And people that look like overnight successes, no, they made the decision every day and they backed it up with inspired, aligned action. Your destiny isn't just one big breakthrough, those can come, but it's also a lot of fine tuning and tweaking and micro moments, daily decisions, the way you show up again and again. There is so much power in daily decisions. Big transformation often doesn't come in one grand moment. It comes in the everyday. Every day we are either reinforcing the old story or creating the new one. Every single thing you think, believe, feel, and do is moving you either towards or away from what you say you want most. Every day, you are either reinforcing the old story or creating the new one every single day. Consistency is how we compound the momentum in the direction of our desire. What you want can be yours now, but only if you decide it's yours today. Every moment offers a fork in the road. Which story will you walk into? I have had many seasons of saying yes. And right after that big stuck for 4 years, when I finally had the breakthrough, I declared it a year of yes, that I would say yes to every opportunity that showed up. Because remember, I'm living my spiritual journey and I always go first, and I had to get the experience and the data so I could turn around and share it with you. It was a scary year, but it was the craziest and most miraculous, magnificent year. I doubled my income in less than 12 months. I had all kinds of desires come in. I had lots more clients come in. I got my first book published. I spoke on my first stage. And then on a big stage, I took a bucket list trip over and over and over, all these things. I moved into a new dream home on the lake. My husband got his dream job. Compound, 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 because I said yes to every opportunity that showed up. I've had other seasons of saying yes because now I learn if an opportunity shows up. I got so clear at the end of 2025, just a few weeks ago, and yes, and yes. Anytime I've wanted something big, a new path, a business pivot, changes in my environment, my life, my home, my business, my personal life, once the initial high of the decision wears off, you have to keep choosing it, especially on the hard days. And there's this friction created because it creates this false relief in your body and your nervous system and your brain of returning to old patterns versus choosing what's next because you're not a match to it yet. If you were, you would already have it. So it's the becoming a match to it that creates the discomfort. So, what helps you stay the course? What helped me stay the course? Powerful coaches, mentors, masterminds, groups, all the things I do now in my world and in my business for people. Tools, rituals, accountability, following intuitive nudges, saying yes to opportunities when they show up, and saying yes as quickly as possible. I had made the decision once early on, but I didn't realize I had to make it again and again until my nervous system caught up and my outer world realigned. And remember the O in the MOVE formula, once you make a decision, M, you own it 100%. That's what this is. Sometimes you can only first hold that energy for 24 hours and you have to keep holding the energy and holding the energy until you can stay in it longer without having to consciously do it, because you start living it and then you start becoming the person who can have those results. The process is my move method. Decide daily, move, make a decision, not once, over and over again. Own it 100%. No half-hearted moves, no second guessing, no self-doubting, no old stories. Visualize it, especially when nothing around you reflects it yet, when the evidence is not there for your seeing eye yet that your brain is looking for. Visualize it for 5 minutes every day and watch what happens in just 30 days. Then execute it, even when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, or unseen, illogical, expensive, especially when it makes you scared, feeling like you're going to throw up, and so excited at the same time. This is spiritual muscle building, faith-based momentum. Today's decision is your sacred vote for the life you say you want. If you have a day and you get really in the energy and you're setting the frequency and the vibration and you're feeling great, and then you take a tumble into some lower energy, or someone that you put a lot of stock into says, you can't do that, or I don't want you to do that, or your money dips, or nobody responds when you put an offer out there, or people don't like something that you're saying or doing or who you're being. That's when you've got to remind yourself and keep doing it. Now, there's another piece to this. If it's not that kind of stuff that's messing with you and pulling you out of this manifesting, creating energy, there are times when you want to revisit the desire, but not when you're in that place of begging, want, lack, scarcity. You come into it and you see if there's something else there. And that's one reason for years and years now, anytime I'm manifesting anything, I always add, thank you for this or something better. That says, here's what I want with everything that I know and understand right now. But there might be something better that I can't even imagine. And let me tell you, many, many times there is. So I'm opening the door that if what I want doesn't show up, it lets me know there is something better. And I can count on this too. So now pause for a moment into the activating of this inside of you, and let's move together. Where have you been waiting for life to change while still choosing the old way? It is time to take honest inventory. What would it look like to choose differently today? Where can you choose differently today? Be watching. What one daily decision can you commit to for the next 7 days? And whisper, I choose my destiny today. I choose to align today. I choose to love what's next today. I decide. I move. I trust the rest to unfold. And really lean in and learn the trusting the rest to unfold, and allow it to unfold by learning how to hold the energy of it and not letting all this old crap, heal your crap, that we're talking about come in and wipe out all your work. If you feel like you need help with this, Sign up through the giveaway I have for you and on my website, my 21-day Move Forward course. It's available to you. It's 15 or 20 minutes every day for 21 days, and it will take you through this whole process. You can also read my book, Loving What's Next. What You Want Can Be Yours Now. And it will take you through the whole process I take my clients through. You can find it at lovingwhatsnextbook.com, and that'll take you to Amazon. You can go to my website, michellebarr.com. Follow along on my social media for daily inspiration and spiritual tools. I'm here to tell you, to remind you, to pour into you. Your destiny is not a one-time choice. It's a daily decision. Take my MOVE method, take my process. I'm 2 decades into fully living it and working with hundreds of clients and thousands of students and people in my community and people who read my books. Let's move together. Start where you are right now. I will meet you wherever you are right now, and we will move forward together. Your destiny is a daily decision. You've been listening to The MOVE Show. Release your junk and move into your destiny. Catch us every first and third Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on social at Michelle Barr Coach. And if you're ready for your next step, grab my latest bestseller, Loving What's Next, at michellebarr.com. Until next time, keep clearing the junk. Make a decision, own it 100%, visualize it, and execute it. Until next time, remember to keep moving.